30 seconds left.
Quick entry. Looking to try and go through. Leading the charge. This fight is so awkward. Just one of the ugliest fights I think I've ever seen. Luckily, Zyppan is going to find that opener for the team and get them into that after plant. No real response coming just yet, and this retake's already looking tough.
It's came with more of a test of left-clicking prowess, I think, more than anything else, rather than aim itself. But it has come down to this point, as you can see, where things are stacking up against them here. Zyppan finds yet another, completely shutting them out, but AvovA almost bringing things back, at least for a second on site itself. 3 players still stacked up against him, though. This has got NAVI written all over it.
Yeah, they've got gravity well for the after plant, and, well, SUYGETSU already going to be swinging out as well, so an easy round. And yeah, terrifying prospect for the side of Heretics, and that's a very bad start. Boo down within seconds, and then they catch the timing on both players through mid. NAVI are just trouncing Heretics in their first buy round, and I think
ready.
Almost there. There we go.
That's better. Much more warmed up the second time of asking. They ain't going to let you down in this crowd, are they, Tom?
Love it here. They just know that they've lost a lot of map control.
It's been a good read. I love the wall that's kind of sneaked this way as well.
Oh, this is nasty.
As well. A sock on top of the molly, not quite going to find a target though. Zyppan, he cannot be stopped this game either. Finds himself 2 as Shao collects the 3rd, and shock horror. NAVI are in a 5v or 4v2, sorry.
That was such a cool execution. Another cheer from the crowd. Gotta say, I'm loving it. If they can deny Shao from here, they have such an opportunity. But already cNed's going to get the opener. This gives them a good chance to plant. Boo might be able to end the round. They just get the spike plant in. And now it's left to cNed and Shao, who's found another kill. This is starting to fall apart for Heretics.
It is as well. I mean, really, that Killjoy lockdown was the big difference maker, because it forced 2 players in towards A main and in towards the waiting arms of Shao. Now, he's only managed to find 1, but he's kept himself alive, which means there's another angle to play off here. But they don't know about cNed towards one side. Zeek does find 2, and Heretics will prevent what could have been a very miserable half. We'll try and make the spike work out here as well. I think we can down its way through. That's a lie. No, it's not. It's on the floor. They have managed to stop it, but NAVI have got the control that they need here in towards mid as they flood in towards the site. But all behind all this utility, they've got to then find the kills. AvovA gets 1, immediate trade coming in, making this plant work really far back, but it works. They'll have the long angle onto this one. They can afford to sit and play safe, but it's a 2v2.
Oh, this flank is sublime. Completely behind them. It's going to be so easy for Shao. Oh, in the early rounds, they were blitzed every time they attempted this. Just allowing the execution to come through from NAVI has never been a particularly good plan. It started off well. Wingman looking like he's going to get them the plant as well. Even still, though, this time Heretics have managed to hold on to some sort of advantage, although SUYGETSU's going to go pushing and grant them back into a 3v3.
Thought for a second they get Zyppan back up, but no, there's 2 kills coming back. It's a 3 versus 2 for the side of Heretics, and by the looks of it, cNed wants no more to do with this. He's getting out of dodge. Around. And Shao may even look to do the same. Can he get away with it in time, though, is the question.
They've got the grab wall. They've got the grab wall, so he can definitely slow them enough. It's just whether or not there's expectation on the other side that this could be coming through, and they're already back on that defuse.
Is it enough to keep this held down here? Absolutely seems to be the case. They're still challenging them with guns, and AvovA knows that he's going to struggle here. Just being toyed with by cNed for the most part. It's Shao on an easy 2k closeout. No,
so there are going to be the after plant set up.
I don't think they mind, because a lot of the utility was invested coming in on the attacking side there. Sure enough, Zyppan will not be slowed down. Finds 2 before keloqz. Equally another player that will not stop in that first half is carrying on here into the second. A little bit of a wall bang coming into keloqz to shut him down. 2 left standing for the side of Heretics. Mixwell finds 1. Instant trade out. Good team play by NAVI and pushing forward with numbers.
He doesn't have the greatest spot for this. It's just going to be expectations, but they don't know that he's here. And Shao is still going to trade things out with a pacey attack into the B site. This might be a nasty surprise. The thing is, though, NAVI have gone for 4 rifles.
Oh, keloqz caught on the way in as well by cNed. Sure enough, they are walking into a little bit of a slaughterhouse, spraying through the smoke, finding no one. Zyppan gets 1. cNed into his second of the round before SUYGETSU joins up for the assist, and Boo's the only one left standing. It's going to be an absolute wipeout here for the side of Heretics, who are absolutely broke. Well, you know, both teams like this map as well. If there was ever going to be a good showing out of Heretics, really it was going to be here. But right now, it's still NAVI. Oh my God, looking like a game of ranks here. Looks absolutely unreal. I was just completely bowled them down, and Boo has been the last man left standing in a good few of these matchups. It feels like it's not going to change here as well. Down to 30 HP. Oh, nice tap onto cNed, but this round is done.
Yeah, Angel's hunting for that ace. Trying to do it for all us old boys out there. And the rest of the team is sitting back. Nobody looking to try and steal it, trying to help him out. Angel's going to take himself the ace to make it 12 on the board. Thrash already available as well, as if they needed anything else.
They absolutely do not, but you ain't going to say no when it's online and ready to go. You know, equally on the other side, keloqz ain't a mile away himself. He's been getting a couple of kills across a few of these rounds. Maybe we'll see the dives come out if things get a bit too close. As for the bait as well, I mean, you saw once we saw it come running over the top straight away, all guns turned skyward, and that really just opened Angel up to go absolutely nuts.
Well, this is it. Heretics, this might be their only full buy going into the attacker side. cNed is going to dodge the initial flash. It took them ages to spot that he was even there. A little disrespectful to even stick around, and opening again, going the way of NAVI. They have dominated those first duels. And the thing is, they don't even know that Shao is here.
Well, I'm sure enough the read should be coming in now to the two members of NAVI that are offside to get across here, but they've got a nice little crossfire set up on them ready to go. Shao, a little bit too close to the Natus Vincere to do any damage as well.
Here.
But need to see a play come in, whether it's keloqz or someone else. Someone's got to make something happen. Otherwise, all you're going to see is these last two members of NAVI rotate back over, and you lose out in that 5v4.
It's almost getting to the point where I wonder if this push is worth it.
But they think yes. Shao. They even know that he's here? I'm guessing no. A couple of trades come in between the two sides as well. I mean, for now at least, Heretics have established some site control, but can't look to get the plant down just yet as the last two members flood back in. Sure, it's a 3 versus 2. keloqz, well, like I said, he has the knives online if he wants them. Don't think he'll pop them out here as well, or carry with a rifle at least for this round. Who wins out in this 2v2, Tom?
Well, I have to go
30
NAVI,
seconds
but
left.
we'll see what
Last
happens.
player
Zyppan
standing.
already putting the first nail in the coffin. Left onto Boo. Full HP at least. keloqz did what he could, but this needs a miracle, and the timing couldn't be any worse. It's another trouncing for Heretics as they face NAVI on their map choice. Pearl looking all too easy.
Be able to contest as the own playing out towards one side, but on site is where it's all going down. Angel and Shao get one back apiece so far, and at this point it's ring around to Smokey. It's two of them going back and forth, and it's AvovA to come out on top, securing at least out towards Ruins here, Rubble, sorry, and now we'll see what the push comes through like. On site itself, NAVI have that control, it's Boo to fall, and I'm wondering if at this point Heretics are saying it's done and dusted and we're getting out of dodge.
Yeah, I don't know if there's even going to be enough time. It won't matter anyway, because AvovA's landed the shot before they can even get anywhere near it. And mixwell is going to be there at the end to pick off the remaining two. A pistol round for Heretics.
They haven't been deterred by the harbor wall coming up, and here we go. Utility gets dropped in. keloqz is straight in, but Angel finds him first. Not before Zeek, though. Gets the train back on the other side. Out come the Seekers, too, as Heretics once again flood the site, and NAVI are nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, upgrading some of the weaponry as they go, leaving this as a pretty awkward retake. A stack up of utility, one of the controllers already down, and it's going to be a tough way back in unless Zyppan can maybe find something.
Really need to help themselves get something back on side here as well, because again, it's going to be a broke round otherwise coming out. Zyppan does get the one, but here comes Zeek and mixwell finding themselves two, and now it's Shao pushing in with a little bit of help coming out from the recon dart, but that is pretty much all he is going to find. Below half HP, opts instead by the looks of it to try and hold onto this rifle, is going to back away.
But with the Viper's Pit now being expended as well, they are using everything on the Heretic side.
Understandably so, because again, NAVI have invested so much in trying to win this round. The back of the timeout, Heretics do not want to give them an inch of room to breathe. Now, NAVI have found themselves a couple of kills back here and may still be in with a chance, but can they play around these ults effectively? It's a 3v2, but Boo on the flank has got two. That's the kind of shutdown you're looking for.
The thing is, they're going to be so low. Already just spammed out by Boo. And as the pit drops by mixwell, he's going to take their heads clean off.
Because now all you've got is Angel playing on the back of a Guardian. The other four all sat on Sheriffs and Pistols. It's just not looking like a good round for NAVI. Basically going into an eco here. Although one does come across, and I'm pretty sure they'll fancy keloqz's rifle given the opportunity to collect it.
Yeah, this is a bit of a heavier investment from Angel. The rest of the team basically saving for the next round, but he invested into the Guardian, maybe trying to make this one that little bit more costly, but also gives them a bit more of an opportunity to win this one. Again, though, the slow walk up, but for once we actually do have a lurk coming through from the side of Heretics, maybe hoping that the presence on one side of the map is going to give them space elsewhere. Nice shot from Zeek. Will drop one. And now with his teammate making that move in towards the C site, potential realization that this is clear. Ooh. They could have some space, but they're rotating forward into more and more players.
This is looking real good for NAVI here again, playing on the lesser gun round too. Coming out pretty big, but there's still every chance it doesn't go their way. cNed doing work with the Guardian into this round, and it looks like NAVI have battled their way back in, even if they had to commit the Killjoy ult.
A corner that Boo, I'm pretty sure, wasn't expecting to hide in, and he's now been spotted left as well. Information had for NAVI to lose the round from here would be a pretty incredible clutch out from Boo. 3 players all sat on the spike, just
all with rifles now as well. Really geared up and made sure to loot the dead bodies of the Heretics players. Finally, they will get that first round on the board.
Look, it's going to be that hitting towards the B site. After plant garnered once again, no ultimates available for either side that will likely change this round. They have to be careful of that spawn push though from cNed.
That's the problem, right? I mean, even with here, Zyppan starting to get back into that form we saw on the previous map. Paranoia comes across, finds one straight through the smoke as well. Zeek elsewhere brings him down, AvovA into a second. It's AvovA against 2. cNed and Shao finds one for himself, but has now got to look for Shao. Rage! AvovA finds the 3K and clutches it out for Heretics.
Pressure being put in once again, lockdown likely to force them back, and for Zyppan especially, he's in a bit of a tough spot, I say that. He comes out on top. The push forward from Shao, however, is not going to deem the same results.
And they managed to force them all the way back in towards spawn here. NAVI, all 4 players now gathering up here towards heaven and trying to force their way. 1 down towards pit, but also 2 on towards short. It looks like they'll get away with neither. Smoking off in towards tree at least for now, but it's NAVI that have got all the work to do this round.
And the question is, did they really even go for this? They've got to clear AvovA, and that has been impossible. cNed's going to find one, but the trade is instantaneous. And now he's the only one remaining versus 3. And we've already seen how filthy some of the afterplants will be. Not even needed.
I really feel like, I mean, and being honest with you, with how stompy these rounds have been, it feels like they don't deserve that kind of scoreline. Like a 9-3 might be the one.
Oh, so aggressive from cNed, but he gets nothing for it. They deny them completely in this early aggression, and Shao's just going to go for a miracle play, stucking them up with no friends left.
Yeah, one at least at range here, Angel. But I think we can see exactly which way this round is going unless there is a miraculous 2v4. Angel goes nice and low. Still committing pretty hard though here on towards the A hit.
Yeah, they're going to double back instantly. The second the realization that there is both players on this side of the map, you can already just see Boo completely hightailing it. Actually not going to opt to pick up the orb, wanting the space more than the ult. But I guess if they give him the spike, they'll have that lockdown for post-plant, and wow, that's going to be a tough break for anybody on the other side.
It's interesting given it was the Killjoy obviously about to come online that would all but guarantee this round once they get it down, but for now at least the commit coming in is that both players from NAVI rotate away from A temporarily, making this a 2 versus 2.
Surely you let Boo plant. Okay, well they're going to be denied by the Reckoning.
Okay.
And they're actually
now it's time to
pushing
get your
back. The thing is, the door being opened can now actually give the information needed for SUYGETSU. This kill's for free, but it's based on SUYGETSU just being in a bit of a surprising position.
I mean, SUYGETSU, as you say, a bit of a surprise, but the wall might do just enough. The thing is, they know that they've planted into the full spot so many times. This time doesn't even bother trying to spray through the wall to find his man. Instead, does he dare? Waits for it to go down, finds 2 for himself. Oh my God, may have almost turned his back on its head, but he has no idea where Zeek is coming from. Gonna tap, looking the wrong way. Does he look high? On comes the alarm bot, nothing really coming off the back of that, but that's all the information that he needs to try and turn this on its head. But he's got a bait, and Zeek! What a peek coming out.
AvovA has already pushed all the way through C.
Okay, I mean, trying to make this one work out. The question is he coming in on the backside of it all as well, or do NAVI get site control in time? You know, we saw on the defensive side they had no mollies, no real ability to slow down the attackers of Heretics, but on the attacking side, they have things like Shao, as we mentioned earlier on, the ability to do a good bit of work on this Sova. I really want to see them put this comp to good use. They've picked it for this reason. If it's going to shine, it's got to be early in this second half.
Yeah, well, it's got to be early or it won't be at all. They'll be running out of rounds to play with. Zeek only going to be able to find one, and the problem is with these deep players, they have to clear this. Oh, an interesting peek from cNed. Maybe a little bit over-aggressive. And Boo just gifted a kill. This was looking like a done deal for NAVI. Now, player already on the spike. They're not reacting to this at all. In fact, he's just going to stick it all the way. This is the AvovA special, but he just goes down at the last second. They managed to deny deny. It was looking like another round where he was just going to defuse in front of the eyes of the opponents. He's been...
And NAVI, I feel, have just been a little bit slow. They're taking so much time to figure out what's going on, despite seeing no utility coming towards them. Nothing to suggest information is there and ready to be collected. But Angel marches on in, finds one for himself, seeking to a trade of over there too. And it looked like a bit of a crossfire on towards NAVI, but they're coming away with as many of the kills as they can possibly collect. A 3 versus 2, and now just Boo and Mixwell to push it off the flank. And this could work out. They don't even know they're here, I think.
Yeah, wallbang is all they can really go for. Mixwell's going to get it.
Down A.
20 seconds now. The pressure back onto NAVI. If they get it into an afterplant, it's a completely different story. They're going to have to reposition the spike, and in the meantime, we've seen a rotation coming through from the heavens. Boo not with the best gun, but at this range it's possible. However, Mixwell again is going to need a clutch.
Seen it with that shutdown finally warming into things. Had a really rough first half, and there he is closing out a second. So they know now that the full hit is coming in towards Z. You can see a potential flank coming in, but that means really the attackers need to go quickly. They push it over the utility. keloqz had a beautiful chance at a 2 or a 3, but found absolutely nothing. A 5v4 for NAVI as they push in deep here. It's a bit of a trade coming in on towards the backside, but NAVI once again have full control, and Zeek on the flank towards Bound is all by himself.
First goes his way. Zyppan tagged. A hell of a lot to do, but some lower players on the other side, and anybody giving him an angle could definitely risk this round, but you can see how passive the remainder are being. Just looking at watch on the cross. Counter flashes being thrown in, the angle being watched as well, and every single time he goes to the peak, he's chipped away. Elevated angle from Angel as well. The climb continues 7. In a round like this, the only thing you can really do is be proactive. Flash, dodge, first shot clean, but keloqz is going to be able to get the trade.
Fair to say he's having a really good game so far on the Neon as well. I know we've mentioned it several times over, but he's really making his impact felt when he can get pretty quickly. As you know, on towards Tree, AvovA's there, ready and waiting. Great paranoia coming across, should turn him at least slightly, but no! SUYGETSU on the crouch, finds AvovA.
This is left down to the one rifle. Boo managed to retrieve it. I don't even know if they know that he's here. And he's actually been helped out a little bit by the utility of an opponent. Quick headshot leaves Shao alone. And the steps are going to be heard by Mixwell. The sprint in towards the other side of the map. Now, an afterplant here for Shao could be huge because of that Hunter's Fury in a post plant. Definitely tougher versus 2, but he's going to want to try and isolate a fight. That's
exactly it. He needs to force out a 1v1 here, so needs to move aggressively. Try and find at least one player out, but they've made the perfect call. Mixwell, keloqz stack up together, looking for that trade and seeking out their prey. But for now, Shao's backed away in towards spawn. They'll have a good inkling that he's pushing towards backside here, out towards spawn side. But I think, like you said, Tom, that Hunter's Fury being online, that's what he's looking towards.
He's still got a full belt of utility. Shock darts as well, and they're looking completely the wrong way. And now that's all he needs. Just fall all the way back, throw in that utility. Hunter's Fury. keloqz needs to get this to half, and well, he's going to manage to dodge it. Now the time is kind of going to be everything. It's going to have to be the sprint back. I think he's got this one. He's just going to defuse it in front of him. Shao was just too far away. keloqz plays that to perfection. Nobody watching that flank, at least initially. Very fast again on the rotation, but it's these entries in. Boo needs to get something that little bit more. It sounds harsh, but he needed to try and slow them down. Successfully, it seems that they now have a man advantage, and Angel goes back for more, leaving Shao once again 1v2.
Oh, we've been here before, haven't we? Bit of work to do here. Last time around, keloqz pulled the rug out from underneath him and made it uncomfortable. Flash coming in from Zeek, doesn't quite connect. Still has the gun up. But where does the push come in? No one yet rotating over towards door, and in fact, they're stacking up together here. What he's got to try and do is isolate this into a couple of separate fights. Another one at close range as well. Bolt gets taken away. He's going to have to try and push on through here. keloqz for a second trying to bait out the defuse too. Nothing to come of it, and sure enough, keloqz once again wins out against Shao. They're moving up to 12, and it feels like map 3 is all but upon us.
Now Reckoning will give the info. keloqz just tries to go through the smoke. He's been insta-headshotted. 30 seconds, and Boo finds a big kill, but they're going the other way. Once again, these mid-round calls, but they've left Shao behind. He's going to sit in this corner, just waiting for them to cross. A free kill on the first, and Shao is going to get both, leaving AvovA to try and clutch this 1v3.
A 1v3 for himself. Oh, do not envy him being in this position, and sure enough, he won't even find it. Great response by NAVI. And
Mixwell completely blind in the corner. In fact, they're going to go running into the snake bite, made vulnerable by it. a chance, but just off the time alone, this is starting to get very awkward. Trades back again into a 2 versus 2. Real potential here. And are they really going to go back towards the B site this late in the round? If they were caught for even a second, there was a chance for this to go off the time.
I just can't help but ignore that once again, it's Shao and keloqz stuck in one of these situations. keloqz has had his number every single time. Shao this time round finds him, but it's a 1 versus 1. 2 completely fresh players enter the arena. Who wins it out? It's Boo to close it down. Map 3 to decide which way this series goes. The rest try and slowly work their way through tree here, and there is no utility to stop them on their march on through. This could get real messy. It's Angel to start things off, goes aggressive and finds one for himself, trying to dodge away. Almost found Mixwell, but he just about pulls it out, and keloqz stacks up 2, but it's a 3 versus 2 for NAVI, and they still have full heaven control.
I don't know that Mixwell has managed to creep below, but with how much HP he has, it would have to be a pretty decent miracle in taking the first shot. I almost feel like he needed to hold a little bit longer. Being spammed through the wall. 1 HP is all that's standing, and cNed is going to put him in the grave. If this knife goes through, all utility will dissipate, but the same can be said from the other side. A little bit of info to be had, and a nice entry onto cNed garners them the entirety of the A site.
Absolutely, at least getting 1 back on that side. It's Angel bringing down Zeek, so that's Sova, the difference maker in some way, being offline too. And keloqz caught in between a rock and a hard place there, gets domed down from below. Site control established, but the numbers of Heretics are dwindling. They're down to just 2 against 4. Zyppan again re-establishing control, getting control of tree, and flooding in towards the site. We know about Mixwell. He manages to find one before being traded, and the last one left standing is Boo. Turret now taken offline, has got to find a way to march his way forwards here. Has the right sort of idea, but nothing more to be said for it. So SUYGETSU gets the closing kill. Shao going to get the defuse in, and up to NAVI 3-0 we go. It's also maybe keloqz straight in already, dashing in off the back of this jet, looking to establish that site control that we know he loves to do oh so much, but has to make a kill off it, and makes it far too easy for SUYGETSU by enlarging that target by a scale of about 10. Up in his face, shut down. Boo back onto the other side, but yet again, NAVI maintain the numbers advantage.
Oh, they want the spike. He's just picking up guns.
Throw it somewhere else, quick.
He's been caught in a seize as well. Wallbang from cNed. As clean as ever. Will AvovA ever get the spike back? Oh no! No! He's just been tapped through the smoke by Shao.
On the last bullet as well. That's the real heartbreaker. And now Zeek, all he can do is look on, maybe shed a few tears. This round 5 is absolutely not going the way that Heretics would have hoped for.
Oh dear.
I love it.
I'd also love to see, just after this, how many pieces of utility keloqz got hit by MR. I don't think Zeek was ever expecting an operator to kill him from behind. Oh, they're going back into SUYGETSU's setup again.
Oh my god.
Again.
A double trip
oh,
setup
okay,
as well.
It's gone.
Okay.
It's gone.
Cleared out there thanks to the knife, but now they're on the march on through, playing nice and slow as Zeek finds SUYGETSU on the march on through. Elsewhere, there's still a battle going down, but the real action is taking place here on side. cNed gets the call out. We saw a couple of those last week. It's 3 quick kills for NAVI and a total wipeout as Zeek is left with all but 1 point of HP. Shao gets the shutdown. NAVI up 7-0.
And they're just running it down. Go for it. Pick up the pace. Try and put pressure in. There's a trip. He's gone over it, but it doesn't even matter. Shao's picked him out of the sky. Boo, however, has done well, though. He's made this one competitive. It's awkward for Shao, but he's still standing. Who's surprised?
I feel like it's such a good read, and cNed's going to pick him up for fun here. Pops the ult out as well.
Shao died.
It's absolutely disgusting. Oh no, Shao went down. How will they ever recover? cNed's making it look easy.
They've double ulted, so his util is offline, at least for the next few seconds. 1 player detained as well, but SUYGETSU is still in this corner. They're hunting him down, taking some damage from the fragment, but he's still surviving in these backlines. They have not cleared him.
They have no clue, and as soon as the smoke goes down, it's going to be hell to pay. Sure enough, in fact, no, you even got to get involved, because on top is where the death comes from. And now SUYGETSU can strike. Finds one for himself, pinged up on the other side of Gen here. And AvovA, he knows that his days are numbered if he's not too careful. Has a little bit of support coming in from Zeek. Down to a 2v2. Shao will not be stopped, and no, I say that, yes he will. AvovA
Players, although, facing into Boo. And now they all look to try and build up. Zyppan is going to grant them only one player caught. The other two managed to fall back just in time. So this might sell a bit of a fake read.
Oh, man. The close angle here could be everything. Finds one, swings in for the second, but Shao doesn't find his man. Straight away, Boo wants out of dodge, backing away.
No.
As on site, no way have they thrown it away here. NAVI coming out big. Down they go. It's 11-1 in this first half. And when we came into this map saying that we had no idea which way it's going, we didn't expect 11-1, Tom. At this point, this is in the Demons. She knows this map has not been kind to them. Try to push forward. cNed's the first one to fall down as we see Heretics stack up and push quite deep in towards Speedway, but can they get all the way through without being stopped? Really, SUYGETSU was the one to stop them, but he couldn't quite do it. There's two left standing for NAVI, though, and AvovA's got to do it all. A 1v1, AvovA clutches it out with a big 3K. Gives Heretics a little bit more hope to carry on to the next round. Just kind of go straight via tree in towards A. In fact, we saw this in an early round coming out of Heretics. Not forgetting that Heretics have the guns here. They can still hold on despite being a man down.
It's still starting to get a little bit shaky.
Sheriff's, man.
Yeah, Sheriff's looking just too clean. Zeek. Oh, he's going to go down as well. It just goes from bad to worse. Just call this one a day. There's no chance here. Boo. 1v4. This was the round that should have been easy.
Done here.
Oh. I think the Spanish casters are still after. They know that this is all falling apart and now everything's kind of gone against them. Here comes this push in as well. Now to swarm down to at least separate the two teams temporarily. But Boo should be absolutely on toast, and he is. cNed brings him down. Only 3 left standing here for the side of Heretics, or it's a 2-1 defeat. And their season continues looking bad.
They know at least where a couple of these players are. Mixwell trying to sell somewhat of a dream, but he goes down, left all onto Zeek, and it is an easy cleanup from SUYGETSU. A 13-2 blitzing of the side of Team Heretics, and while it almost looking like a similar story to map number 1, the maps we expected NAVI to be good at, they were incredibly good at. And sure, maybe they've got a little bit of work to do on their Lotus, but hey, they've been testing things on that map over the last couple of weeks.